Hello. Okay, so this is going to be Traveller Tales 2, and what I've decided to talk about this time is being on sites. I thought we'd get this one out of the way nice and early, really. And this is based on, I think, 2 or 3 different comments, really. How do I get sites so cheap? And where are they? Well, you'd have to look back in the videos, really. How do I get sites cheap? It's word of mouth, really, from one traveller to the next, you know. The winter one that I've been on, and there are several in the country, you only got to sort of phone up and ask. The winter seasonal that I've been on is £100 a month, which is 25 quid a week is nothing, as I said in videos before. The address of that one, 2 years now, 2 winters, is Pinecones in Dersingham, Norfolk. So D-E-R-S-I-N-G-H-A-M. Pinecones is the name of the place, Dersingham in Norfolk. Don't go on the website, give them a ring and say, I'm interested in winter seasonals, you know, and you can book for next year, £100 per month. But there are 2 or 3 others, I haven't been on them, 2 or 3 others, different travellers that I've met. Some pay £80 a month. Very good, you know, so you can get them. The deals are out there if you want them. Another one is the seasonals in the summer as well, and you can do a bit of a deal with them. And they're dotted around all over the place, really, from camping and caravan clubs to lots of different sites, lots of different places and what have you, you know. Again, phone them. If you phone these people, then you tend to get a deal. That's what I've found. I suppose how I get it cheap is because I'm on my own. There's just me and my dog. Obviously a lot of sites you do pay if you've got a partner with you, unless you hide them in the back. So yeah, it's just me really, so that's how I get them cheap. But I don't like paying more than £10 a night. I think that's a bit of a rip-off. I've had a couple of bargains really. It doesn't matter where, but again, phone them up. I phone up on a long-term sort of basis, so I say, you know, I'd like to book a site, I'd like it for 28 nights, which is what you're allowed to stay for. And one, I phoned up and I said, well, I'll tell you a couple of stories actually, a couple of truths, you know. One, I phoned up and I said I'd like 28 nights, grass, no electric. And they said, let's have a look, click, 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 yeah, okay, that's fine, you know. I think it was £7 or £6.90, I think it was £6.90. Something like that. It's supposed to be £11.50 if you have electric, so £6.90 is very, very good per night. So when I got there, they had a look and they said, oh yeah, you're pitch number 30 or whatever it is, you know, fully paid up. Is there anything you need? And I said, just out of interest, I said, I may actually now need electric. And she said, well, there are electric on all the pitches, even though you've paid, you know, for a pitch with no electric, there is an electric pole there, although it's switched off. And I said, okay, well, out of interest then, if I needed electric for a couple of nights or so, what would that cost me? And she said, well, we can do it for £1 a night. And I said, well, in that case, you know, 28 quid then, you know, and we'll have electric. So I paid, I think it was £6.90, so I paid £7.90 for a pitch for a whole month with electric. Yes, I was on grass, but I don't mind being on the grass. It was nice weather, no problem with that. There was another one, slightly up north, and I phoned them and I said I'd like to book for 28 days. But it was, I think it was £12.50 a night. And she said, yeah, okay, that's no problem, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, we've got a couple of pitches. And I said, I don't suppose you've got any deals on at the moment? And she said, no, not really. I said, it's just that £12.50 is a lot, you know, there's just me and my dog after all. That's a lot of money. And she went, oh, right. And that was it. So I said, so you've got no deals on or anything at the moment? We can't do anything about that? And she went, when are you coming? 28 days? I said, yeah, 28 days. I said, to be honest, I don't mind when I come. And she said, look, instead of coming on the Saturday, if you come midweek, come Tuesday or Wednesday, then we can do it for £10 a night. Absolutely fantastic, you know. So I save like £2 per night, but I save that every single night for 28 nights. And it's just a matter of phoning really, you know. There are another couple of things, I don't want to get anybody into trouble, but there are a number of different sites around that if you get chatting to them and just say, you know, I'm full time, they can work out a little bit of an extra deal for you. Make friends with people and have a chat. You never know where it might lead. So that's really how I get cheap sites. I kind of refuse to pay more than £10. I like a site, you know, my winter site is about £4 per night, maybe with electric £5 per night. And in the summer, I don't want to pay any more than about £7 or £8 per night, really. My original plan, obviously, as you know, was only ever to go wild camping, so therefore there is no site fees, obviously. Because of my health, I decided to go on to sites, and then I went on to sites fairly regular, really, you know. And yes, it is costly, but again, if you work it out, how much you're paying, you know, if you pay £10 a night for 7 nights, that's 70 quid, you know. If you were to be living in your bricks, how much is your mortgage for that week? You know, a lot of mortgages are what, 600 quid a month, something like that. So that would be, what is it, 150 quid just on your mortgage loan. You've only spent 70 on a pitch, you know, on a site. So the 150 you can ignore, you know, and then you don't have council tax, you don't have water rates, things like that. So I think your quid's in anyway, really. Yes, it is costly. It all depends what you do for a living, how much money you've got, how much you can make, what savings you've got, etc., etc. And it's only ever right for you, same as it's only ever right for me, you know. But yeah, just to end this really, you know, there are deals out there and you can do deals, but phone the people. If you go on the website and you have a look at the website and you book for a month, it's going to cost you, I don't know, £300 or something ridiculous, you know, and you might get that for half price, you know, you might do. The last little one, a particular site, and they're friends of mine now on this site because I think I went there about 10 times, something like that, and they're lovely, lovely people. When I arrived, I had grass with no electric, and the weather had changed. I booked a month early, but the weather had changed. It was dark and it was dismal and what have you. And when I got there, he waited for somebody to clear the office, and then he sort of said to me, "You've got grass, no electric." He said, "The weather's shocking, and it's supposed to be bad for the next couple of weeks." He said, "We do have a hard standing. It's not the typical normal hard standing. It was a hard standing that once was used for an old caravan." He said, "But it's nice and flat and level and there's an electric pole next to it." He said, "If you want, we can put you on there and the paperwork will just say grass with no electric." So I paid like £6 per night and I got the equivalent, I think, of about £11.50 per night. Wonderful, you know, nice people, you know. There's also little jobs that you can do sometimes if you're on a campsite, you know, you can offer to do little things, you know, pick the litter up, tidy round, maybe clean the showers out or something, I don't know. Just have a chat, see what you can come up with. Some will say yes, some will say no, some will look at you like you're mad. But if you don't ask, you don't know. It's as simple as that. There are many little farms, there are many little other places where you can park if you wish to. There's a lot of what they call CLs, which is like 5 units only, so either 5 motorhomes, 5 caravans, or a combination of each. They're normally very cheap. You can even work there sometimes, do a day's labour or whatever, to have a couple of nights for free if you're staying for the week. You only pay for 3 nights rather than 5, something like that. Again, it's having a chat, phoning beforehand, and just being a little bit open and honest, you know. So it doesn't have to cost a fortune. Now I do know one particular person that he has the winter on a particular site, all winter, and he has all summer on another particular site. Because he's been doing that for a number of years, he gets a fantastic deal from both sites. They know him, he's like, well, he's part of the furniture, he's like family, you know. I'm not sure what it cost him, but he's doing very well. It doesn't cost very much at all because it's regular, it's guaranteed. The end of the summer he will move to the winter, which is about 4 miles away, because his site closes. then he will move in March, I think it is, and he moves on again, you know, so just the 2 sites, and he's happy with that because he works in the area, his family are in the area, etc., etc. So for his purposes, it works. Of course, another way that you can work for free is to become a site warden, and there's many jobs, many. It doesn't always work out for people, so these jobs come up again and again and again. Sometimes it's more beneficial if you're a couple, because they might want somebody to do, say, reception work and what have you, while they need the guy to do something else. However, I do know a number of single people that do mowing, trimming, litter picking, etc., etc. And with that, you get a free pitch, free water, free electric, and you get minimum wage. 4 hours a day. It's great. You can't beat it. So there are options really, but it's up to you to find the options. You know, I can't really give all of my sort of information out because these people, a lot of them are friends now. I'm not trying to hide anything or claw anything back, but I don't want to get people into trouble. But give people a ring and also get chatting while you're there. Give it a try. Okay, so that's Cheap Sites really, Traveller Tales 2. Take care and be well. Try and be glorious.